Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine Live. I'm Catherine, and I am here with sketch number 10. I always have to look over and make sure I have the right sketch because we've done 9 of these already this weekend. It's been a lot of live streaming, but it's been a lot of fun. So I'm getting ready to do sketch number 10 from the worldwide virtual crop that Creative Memories has going on this weekend. I am an independent advisor with Creative Memories. If you don't already have an advisor, I would love to be your advisor. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I am working on building a community here on YouTube where I can post some fun things that I already have started to plan a little bit for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with our sketch. Here we go. So you'll see, oops, I forgot to put the sketch out. Okay, so here's our sketch number 10. This is probably going to be my last sketch of the day. As you can tell, I am starting to fade here a little bit. But anyways, let me try to get this whole thing in here. So if you want to screenshot it, you can see my notes on what I've done for this layout. I have adapted this layout for our 8x8 albums, which are coming back this coming Monday. Yay! So the first thing when I saw this, I thought, I'm going to do an 8x8 out of this. What am I going to do? Well, I realized if I was doing a 12x12 layout, I would just grab my jumbo circle and use that, but I can't. So if you want to see a layout with the jumbo circle, go look up on YouTube Connie's Creative Creations. I did a Tuesday live with her recently. I did a fall leaf wreath, and you can see what I did with the jumbo circle and the fall leaf wreath on that one. However, we are going to be working with the Devotion collection, and I wanted to resize it. So when you purchase our custom cutting system products, you get this little template. And so the first thing I did was I took and I looked at the 8x8 and I said, okay, will this large circle fit on here? And yes, absolutely it will. And always remember, your blue blade cuts the furthest away from your template, then the green, then the red. So I use the blue blade. I also use the red blade, and I will tell you in a minute how. But first, I also use the heart because I created a bonus page for this live stream because I thought, wouldn't this be, using this Devotion collection, the perfect guest book for a wedding or just kind of like a leave a message to the married couple kind of book. The 8x8 is a perfect size for that. And so I wanted to give you some ideas, and I thought, well, I can't do that with just this sketch. I need to do a cover page as well. So that is what I'm going to do. I pulled out my heart template, which is from our gemstone collection on the custom cutting system. And I took my blue blade to that as well. And then I used our heart sheet. So it's got these little gold hearts on one side, and it's kind of got a more creamy muted heart on the other. I want to use the gold side because for my base page, now our 8x8s are true 8x8. So I was able to cut this piece of paper actually 8 inches by 8 inches, and I'm going to try to get it close enough. This is really kind of hard to see, but it's the page with the roses on it. On the back side are these foiled golden roses, but I thought that just was a little bit too much with our gold hearts. So I flipped the page, and you kind of have this reverse, these gorgeous white roses on this page. So I'm going to go ahead and get this placed down, grabbing my tape runner here. And we're going to get this down as our base page. Of course, if you wanted to, you could have placed this on here, but it just seems a little plain. So it's nice to kind of add a little bit of a base page. And maybe they'll come out with a fast to fab for the 8x8 coming up. You never know. We can always hope. But in the meantime, we can cut our pages to 8 by 8. I'm going to go ahead and put my heart on here. No, I'm not going to put my heart just yet. Hang on. I don't want to put my heart just yet because, well, no, I think I might be okay. The other thing I did was I took my sticker sheet. I think I'm going to be okay with this. No, I want to place my sticker first. Okay. You just never know what I'm going to do when I'm live here. So what I did was I took my 12 by 12 inch, all our stickers are 12 inches because of course most of our pages are 12 inches. Well, what I did was I cut these in half pretty much exactly at 6 inches. I used my cutting guide on my trimmer. If you haven't seen your cutting guide on your trimmer, you just pull it down and it'll show you exactly where you're cutting. There's a little black line in there, which of course my finger was covering so you couldn't see. But if I angle it just right, you should be able to see that. And it let me cut right directly through the center of the sticker, border sticker. And I'm just going to go ahead and place this along this right edge to add some extra interest to our cover sheet for our wedding book here. Okay, so now I'm going to place my heart right around. I'm kind of going to center it, but see, now I'm placing it probably over a little bit from where I would have put it before I had my little braided sticker on here. And then I'm going to grab a couple of our other stickers. We have this just gorgeous floral arrangement, which also has these lovely bronze tones in it. And this is going to go up here in this corner. And then we have one that says Just Married. So I figured if this is going to be a kind of a congratulations bride and groom book, or you can add some photos as well if you want. But I just kind of wanted to leave it a little bit open and let y'all's imaginations go wild with what you can actually do with this. So this is going to be Just Married. Right here in the center of our heart, I popped it up on foam squares, and there is our first 8 by 8 page, our cover page of our book for any wedding reception. And so here we go. Let me go ahead and move these out of the way because I'm going to go ahead and grab out my second sheet here. We're going to work on kind of these both at the same time a little bit. For our main pages, I pulled out this really sweet, it almost has like a wood tone look to it. And that's going to just go ahead down as my base pages again on my just page that's going to go straight into my album. We are going to have pocket pages coming for the 8 by 8 albums, but obviously I don't have those to work with yet. So we're going to work just on these pages. If you decide you want to use the pocket pages instead, you can, and just use this, cut your 8 by 8 piece of paper, kind of like as if you were working on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So there's our base for our 2 pages side by side. And Norma's asking, what's a pocket page? A pocket page is a page that you put your actual paper directly into your album. If I can actually find an uncut sheet of paper here. So if you have a regular sheet of 12 by 12 paper, we have pocket pages. So you go ahead and you work on your page, kind of like what I've been doing for most of the virtual crop here. And then once I have my design done, my pictures on my page, I just can go ahead and put them straight into a pocket page. It's kind of has a clear plastic viewing, so you can kind of see your design on your page, but it also has our staples. So that way you can pop them right into your album, just as if it was one of our regular album pages. So it's really, really nice to be able to do that because, like I said, if you want to just cut your designer paper to 8 by 8, then you can actually work on both sides of the page and then just slide both of those into a pocket page instead of using one of the regular album pages. Or if you like to work directly on the album pages, they're a little bit more durable, I guess, if you will, is the best word I can think of. It's a little more sturdy. And so you can do that as well. It's nice to have options, though. So that the 8 by 8 pocket pages are coming. We just don't have them quite yet. So here are my circles. These are the ones I cut with the blue blade, which of course was the one that went the furthest from that circle I showed y'all earlier on our custom cutting system. And I don't think this one's directional, but I don't want to put it down yet. Hang on, what am I doing? I am going to first get my little banner piece that I cut because I want to make sure that everything fits on my page. So I cut little banners, which was also inspired from our sketch because here they had a little banner on the bottom, and I thought, you know what, wouldn't it be fun to incorporate a banner along with my border sticker across the top, and it kind of will frame out the page and it'll frame out where people can actually write in your book. So I cut a 1" by 9" strip of paper, and I used the same paper that I cut my circles from, but I'm going to put my banner on the opposite page from the one that I'm using for the circle. So that way we accentuate and kind of add an extra eye appeal. Now, I actually used the 3-in-1 ribbon tag punch that was in a recent secret box, but it's easy enough to take a pair of scissors and you can cut up through the middle and then go in through each side, or you can fold your paper and cut at an angle. I just opted to go ahead and use the punch this time, partially because I'm getting a little tired. I might not have been able to see it quite as straight as normally to get as nice of an even banner piece done. So I thought, you know what, I've got this tool here to help me. Let me use it. All right, there's one. So these are going to go down first. Oops. And there's our second one. I'm going to leave just a little bit of the paper showing just at the very edge here. I think it's maybe about 1/8 of an inch is what I'm leaving here. And you'll see it when I hold it closer to the camera for y'all. And now I'm going to go ahead and get our sticker up here across the top as well. And then this other one across the other side here. And here we go. So about 1/2 inch from the edge of the banner piece for the sticker. So in this little space here. Now I can start putting down my circles because I have a better feel for where to actually place my circle on the page. I just got too excited earlier. What can I say? Okay, I'm gonna need to get a new holder for my tape runner. I have been doing too many pages this weekend, I think. All right, so this page is directional, so I need to make sure to place it, not that you're going to see it all that much, but you do see it here. So when you cut your banner, you need to make sure if your paper is directional or not. And then what I did was I took my index sheet. So let me show you, this is an index sheet. You can see where I cut the circles out of it because basically it's like a free sheet of cardstock or a free sheet of paper to work with and to make use of. Don't throw those pages away. So this is going to go inside of our circle. And again, like I said, I used the blue blade first, and then these were with the red blade because the blue blade goes furthest and then the red goes the closest to the custom cutting system template. And then this way your guests can write just a really fun note, and it's decorated and it's beautiful. And I just thought it would be just a wonderful way to have a memory of your wedding day, adding sentiment to your day from your guests. It could be a guest book. It could be really anything you want. But I just thought that to have a guest book where they could write comments, and then later, if you have an extra page or two in your book later, these pages can be reshuffled or taken out or rearranged. And you can actually use your blades and go on the inside of the circle and cut a picture on the inside and put wedding pictures in here as well. So, yes, Miss Norma, the index sheet is acid free. So you are perfectly safe and able to use them in your albums. Creative Memories doesn't put out anything that you can't use in your albums. So, yep, there we go. So this is it. That was it, because I wanted it to be the main focus to be the place where your guests could write your sentiment. Here was the original sketch, and you can kind of see I did follow some elements of the original sketch where I have the border sticker running across the top. I have a banner. I just placed it in a different place. And then I've got the circles here. And like I said, you can easily take and cut pictures, or you can add a rectangle picture as well. But I almost think it would be fun to take the inside of one of your other circles, get that template out again, and you can use your circle cutters and do that as well. So let me bring these closer to the camera for you. Here's our cover page on our 8x8 album using the Devotion collection, following sketch number 10. And here is one side of our inside of our album, and inside the second side of our album. And yes, I agree. It would be a great wedding present for a couple that's getting married, or even a shower present, because then that way they would have it for the wedding if you give it to them before then, or a bachelor party gift maybe. So that way they have it before the wedding and they can put it out actually at the wedding. So check on Monday. The 8x8 album covers are going to be back out. And I hope this has inspired some of you to maybe give them a try and gave you a different idea for a project that you can do with your 8x8 albums. Until next time.